This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store. Delighted to be joined here by the legendary Hall of Fame promoter, Mr. Bob Arum. Bob, how are you, sir?
Good, thank you very much.
I'll come round to your other side. Thank you, Ames. Bob, we're here for Beterbiev Yarde. This will go out before the fight, but I imagine really excited. Another fight promoting Artur Beterbiev, a pound-for-pound puncher and a really, really good fighter.
Yeah, this should be a really exciting fight. Yarde is a tough customer, good power, and he's up against the beast, and we're going to see fireworks.
I don't want to touch onto that too much because by the time this interview goes out, looks like that fight may be underway. But I just want to ask you for the future for Beterbiev. Obviously, you won't want to imagine that he gets through Yarde tonight, but there are a lot of talks about the Bivol fight. Is this something you'd be happy to cooperate with Matchroom to make?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the fight we'd like to make. But you have to understand, as far as Bivol is concerned, if there's a Canelo rematch out there, that's obviously the better fight for him because it means a lot more money and a lot less risk. So we'll have to see where it all goes.
You believe the Canelo fight at 168 is less risk than Beterbiev for undisputed?
Yeah, I think so. It's less risk because he lost to Bivol. So if he loses again, it's no big deal.
Bob, let me ask you, we saw last time Dimitri Bivol fought in Abu Dhabi. Would this be something that you'd be happy to cooperate and do it in Abu Dhabi? We know the politics in Russia would make that very difficult. Would you be happy to do that as a co-promotion in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, I don't care. Look, I don't care where the fight happens. I want it to happen. The one place I won't allow it to happen is in Russia.
Bob, let me ask you, Devin Haney, Vasily Lomachenko is being targeted for some time in May. There were reports it was New York, but I believe more likely in Las Vegas. Is that correct?
Well, again, we have a problem in New York because the Garden has a hockey team, a basketball team. Both will probably be in the playoffs, and so we don't know if that date's available that we're looking at, but we'll have a site, I'm sure, within a week. It could be maybe over in Brooklyn where the Nets play basketball. We'll just have to see. But it's a real clogged schedule in the United States with the leagues making the teams hold buildings for the playoffs. And that's really the only thing that's delaying the announcement.
Bob, just on Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk, there's been a little bit of pushback. I believe now we're looking at an April date. Wembley Stadium has been spoke about a lot this week. Is that realistic? We know with the purses that these fighters demand, the Middle East was always the more likely option. Where do you see this fight going?
Well, it could go in the Mideast, and it could go, if it doesn't go in the Mideast, it's going to be in Wembley Stadium. It's as simple as that.
Are you able to host it in Wembley Stadium and give the fighters the purses that they want?
Well, certainly, maybe what they deserve, what's involved. I mean, I obviously can't compete with the money that the Mideast is prepared to pay.
Okay, Bob, on to Inoue. It looks to move up now and challenge Stephen Fulton. Do you know when we'll get anything official? When do you plan on having that? I imagine in the US sometime.
Who in the US?
Inoue and Fulton.
No, that's a fight for Japan, and my Japanese partner is putting it together for April.
Fulton happy to go to Japan for that fight?
Again, I haven't dealt with him. My Japanese partner is dealing with him.
Okay, Bob. I don't want to take up too much of your time, so just finally, we've seen Edgar Berlanga. He's no longer with Top Rank. He's parted ways. It looks like he'll be off the Matchroom. Just on your side, why was that?
Yeah, well, we had a different view of the progression for his career. He wanted to go faster than we thought advisable. So rather than hold him back, we came to a termination with him. We wish him the best. He's a nice young man. Maybe we're wrong and he's right, that he can step up the pace the way he thinks he can. So we'll see.
Bob, thank you very much for your time. On a personal note, it's lovely to see you here in London. You always do it. I don't know how you do it. So, yeah, big respect, Bob. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.